Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Super Simple Python. My name is Yujin Tang, and I will be your host. So today we're going to be going over two different ways you can do the greatest common denominator. You can find the greatest common denominator of two different numbers, and we're going to be doing both of these with the Euclidean formula, or the Euclidean algorithm. And basically, we're going to go over the iterative way and the recursive way. So before I get into this, I'm just going to give you a short explanation of how the Euclidean algorithm works. Basically, you have two numbers, a and b, or x and y, and you would just subtract y from x until you can't subtract y from x anymore, and you subtract the smaller number from the bigger number, basically, and so you can't do that anymore until you get to 0. One of them becomes 0, and then the leftover is going to be your greatest common denominator. So let's go with the iterative method first. Iterative GCD. So we're going to use x and y here. So while y, which means that while y is not 0, basically. So let's do the early stopping method. If x or y is equivalent to 1, we know the GCD is going to be 1 because you're just going to subtract 1 multiple times until you get to 1. So let's return 1. And then otherwise we're going to set x and y to equal to y modulo x and y and x modulo y. I guess it doesn't really matter which way you do this. And then at the end, we're going to return x. Okay. And now the other way you can do this is recursively, right? So iteratively, we use a while loop. Recursively, we use a recursive function. We're going to call the function on itself. Recursive GCD xy. So this one, basically, if y is equal to 0, we're going to return x. And if x equals 1 or y equals 1, we're going to return 1. This is the early stopping method, right? And then otherwise, it's just going to be return recursive GCD on y, x modulo y. Same thing we did up here, right? We did x, y equals y, x modulo y. This time we're just going to do, instead of equal, we're going to call the function on itself. So let's do some examples. So print iterative GCD. 1 and 14, so this should return 1. Print iterative GCD, 9 and 27. So this should return 9. 51 and 17, so this should return 17. And then we'll do one more. 24 and 12. This should return 12. And then we'll do the recursive one. We'll do the exact same ones, just so that we know what they are. So right there, I just press Control D to select all of those. And now let's Python GCD. And you can see that we got exactly what we expected: 1, 9, 17, 12. Sorry. We'll raise this so you can see this. 1, 9, 17, 12, 1, 9, 17, 12. So yeah, that's all there is to building a greatest common denominator program in Python. If this is helpful for you, or if you learned something, or if you like this, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. All right, thanks, and see you guys next time.